doubt many people are going to be using this as a primary, or, I mean, you can, I guess. Makes it even smaller. Makes it so much smaller in the palm of your hand. So that completely, but at the same time, that takes away the ability for you to have anywhere for your pinky to go. So it's just kind of chilling there, and it's like, okay, well, be a jerk. Gonna be like by myself right there. So, it's more concealable, but I mean, not by very much. There are no trades on the magazine whatsoever. Now, I hear a lot of people on YouTube say there are trades on the magazine when there really aren't. Okay, that's not true. When there are trades, like it says Glock 26 made in Austria 9x19 on the slide or on the magazine, then those are trades. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not trades. That's just ammunition. That's where on the real steel, when you put it into the magazine, the rounds, you can see the back of the rounds, and it gives off it shines inside the magazine, so you can see where your rounds are. So if you're in a firefight, and I forgot that slide lock works now, haha. And if you're in the firefight and you're taking cover or whatever, you can check how many rounds you have, slap it back in. Of course, you probably wouldn't have to rack it back. You'd probably just eject another round and be like, oh, hold on, gotta get my round. Bang! No. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. Now, the way you put that base plate back on the magazine is almost, if you have a KJW high kappa, or if you have any high kappa for that matter, there is a button on the slide, or on, God, I gotta stop saying that. There is a button on the magazine where this spring actually acts as double duty. It compresses two things, the BB follower, and then this button, which is, what you do is you take your base plate, you push down like that. Oh, sorry. You gotta angle it in like that, compress it, and then push it on. And then it doesn't make a very loud click, just kind of seat it really good, and then kind of pull on it just to make sure. And take your pistol. And there you go. It is like that. Alright. Now, some of you might have noticed that I took the pistol apart. Now, how you do that is, first of all, take your magazine out. Place that to the side. There are two levers. Actually, it's one piece. So what you do is you take these on both sides. You grip it like that. What I like to do is to make it really quick. Just pull down on them, lock back the slide, and goes forward. Now, I see a lot of people try to do this, but when you compress or you seat your hammer all the way forward and then try to take your slide off, that doesn't really work because the hammer is up, which disallows the taking off of your slide, really. So what you got to do is you got to reseat it, pull back the slide, and then you can take it off. You have to actually reseat your hammer there. So hold on, let me show you. Poop. Give me a second. what you do is there are 2 buttons right here, not even really a button, just a lever. What you have to do is what I like to do is you rack back the slide to make sure that the hammer is compressed all the way. The reason for that is if you try to take off your slide while the hammer is down, you can't. Because it's inside, because it's an internal hammer, it goes in front of this back plate here, disallowing the disassembly of your slide. So what you want to do, if it is compressed, just go ahead and rack that back for yourself. And then if you really want to, just lock back the slide, pull down the tabs, and there you go. Take that sucker apart. Now, internals here are clearly marooey. I mean, what I did is I sanded down my my rails with like 400 grit metal sandpaper, just so that it's smoother actuation. Just go ahead and this is what I mean by an internal hammer. It's right there. You can see, if I were to do this, you can see it goes inside of the slide, so when I try to take it off with the hammer all the way seated forward, it would hit this back plate. So that really wouldn't work. So, unless you have anything you really want to do with this, like if you want to field strip it further, it's not really field stripping, because field stripping is something that you do if you have a malfunction with your pistol, or you have to quickly clean it in combat or in the field. So go ahead and put this to the side. Then you have your fancy slide. Just itty bitty slide. Look how small that thing is. Look how small that thing is. It's really small. Alright, and then go ahead and flip that sucker over. Now you have a recoil spring. Now this is not your conventional recoil spring. In fact, it's 2 recoil springs. This almost has a feel of a Glock Gen 3 series with like a Gen 1 body, just because of the double recoil spring, which in the real steel really does minimize the recoil of the pistol. So, okay, you didn't see that. So you just take it forward and then bring it on out, and then you can really see that it's a double spring, kind of like that. Let's place that on over, and you have your pistol, or then you have your slide, the rest of your slide. Now you just want to push that forward, that bit forward, and then your inner barrel. For some reason, mine comes out really easily. And then you take that bit out. Place that to the side, and you're done. That is your pistol completely, well, not completely field stripped, but field stripped. So, now what you're gonna want to do is, if yours is retarded like mine, just throw that back in there, kind of wiggle it around a little bit. Yeah, get your slide. Don't want to put it in my frame. Just kind of put it in there. Now you want this. This is what the barrel seats on, so that it doesn't wobble around all the time. So actually, what you're gonna want to do is just seat that on the barrel, and push it forward. And then there's a little notch on here that you're just gonna want to seat on there, kind of like the Marui or KJ. And then you're going to want to, I guess you can keep it like that. And all you have to do is rack back your slide. And there you go. There's no fiddling around with anything. It just locks right back. And slap your magazine in. Just rack it back a few times just for sure fit. And that is it. So that has been Bishop's Airsoft Armory review of the HFC Glock 26. Thanks for watching.